What's up guys? Coming at you from my kitchen because it is the only place that has relatively decent lighting in this entire house, and I had to convince my dog to get off of my setup area, and I tempted him with a peanut butter ball. So if he comes and makes an appearance, just say hello. So I'm going to Desolation Wilderness with my friend Krissy this weekend. I'm not going to tell you where we're going because I probably will post this today or tomorrow. And people are weird, so we'll be in Desolation Wilderness, but you will not know until after we're done. We are doing 3 days, 2 nights, and super excited. I do a lot of Midwest and East Coast hiking just because of where I've lived and where I've grown up, so it's gonna be awesome to do some West Coast things. And I get a lot of questions about gear. I am not a professional. I do this recreationally. I have a blast, but I did want to give you a little bit of insight as to like what I'm bringing. And I remember when backpacking, when hiking, it's a lot of personal preference. I think I'm pretty well covered, but you may have a different approach to certain things, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, I'm doing one sweep of this. I'm not editing this video, so it's going to be just me like rolling through all of my gear, so whatever happens, happens. And yeah, let's just dive into it. So first, my pack. I use the REI 55 Flash Pack, and my husband named her Flesh because of the color, but she's awesome, pretty lightweight, and it is able to hold all of my stuff for 2 to 3 days worth of hiking. So this is my pack. And then inside of it, I put a Camelback. So this is a 3-liter, and it's easier for me to drink water. I drink more of it when I have this like super accessible. Some people like to carry water bottles on the side. Again, personal preference. This is just what I like to use, and I put it, just slide it in the back of the pack. So it's essentially sitting on my back. So we'll have tons of access to water, which is great. And I'll get in my filtration system in a second. So this will be filled the whole time. And then I'll be carrying a soft flask, which I typically put like my electrolytes in, just so I'm not putting electrolytes in my main water source. So I'll have this and I'll just keep it like on the side of my pack. And we're gonna be doing some slack packing. So essentially we're gonna be setting up camp and then doing a couple of summits. So we're gonna ditch our big bags, set up camp, and then I'm gonna use my trail pack, which is the Solomon Active 8. So this is the one I run my ultra in. I trail run in this, so it has enough storage for snacks and stuff, and I can switch over the Camelback to this pack, and then I'll just put my soft water bottle up front, and everything can essentially be housed in this. So I'm gonna just roll this up and shove it in my pack, and then we'll use this when we go to do the summits, essentially. Next up is, so I haven't stuffed these down yet. This is a stuff sack where you literally like shove things into and tie it off, so it can be really, really small and packable. But this is my sleeping bag. It is the Big Agnes. Everyone says it differently. I'm gonna call it the Big Agnes. I'll probably change it up halfway through, but this is the Sunbeam 30, and it's rated to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's gonna get around to 40 degrees when we're there, so this will be plenty warm for me. And again, I will literally shove this down until it's like in like a football shape. So that is my sleeping bag. And then my tent is the Big Agnes Solo Trail SL1. So it's meant for one human, which is great because that's all I need. Plenty of space. It has a couple cool like pockets, so I can put like my phone and my headlamp and stuff, so it's awesome. I love the bright color of it. There's a footprint on the bottom of this as well, and obviously you need your poles and your stakes. And then what do you know, another Big Agnes product. It is the Q-Core SLX sleeping pad. So you gotta self-inflate it, which is fine. I almost pass that every time I do it, but it makes for a fun adventure. So this is my sleeping pad, and fun fact, my sleeping pad is custom fitted to essentially go underneath of my sleeping bag. So they fit as one unit, so when I move around, I don't fall off my sleeping pad because my sleeping bag is wrapped around it, if that makes sense. Next, trekking poles. These are there's dog hair all over them. These are the Diamondback Distance Z trekking poles, and they're collapsible, which I love. So if I'm not using them, I can collapse them real fast and shove them in my pack, put them on the side, or really carry them. So they're super light, and collapsible is a really big thing for me. A hat, sun, a beanie, because I don't like being cold and it's gonna get a little bit chilly in the evening, so I'll throw a beanie on when we're just hanging out at camp. A buff, made by Buff. And this is great just for a little bit of extra warmth, and it could be sun protection. You can do a lot with a buff. And I always keep a bandana with me as well. Camp shoes. These are not Crocs. They look like Crocs, but they're knockoffs from Amazon. You're welcome. Water filtration. So this is Sawyer, and we always use Sawyer. It's our favorite brand. There's a ton of them out there. It is the squeeze filtration system. So you literally fill this with water, put this on top, screw it on, and then you squeeze it to fill up a water bottle or a Camelback. I can drink right out of it. A smart water bottle also fits, which is super rad. So you can get a plastic smart water bottle like the brand, and it screws on top and you can drink right out of it. So super low profile. This is our personal preference for water filtration. The new GoPro. So I invested in the Hero 9 Black. Just got it, still trying to figure out how to use it. I'm gonna be doing a lot more adventure things, so I wanted to have an easy and like really small, low profile way to capture adventure. And it's waterproof. I bought this sweet tripod from Best Buy. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to just understand how to use it better and hopefully get some cool videos for you guys. So bringing that bad boy. Sunglasses. Field notes. So I always keep a field notes notebook with me in my cool space pen that Bryce got me. I think of the most awesome things while I'm on trail, and you just kind of get in a zone. So I always love being able just to jot it down super fast. So super small, I can put it right in the front of my pack and it's easily accessible. The Garmin Mini InReach, great for when you go places that don't have cell coverage. So we're probably not gonna have cell service unless we're at a summit. So this is a great way to communicate back home with Bryce. I can send little breadcrumbs of where we're at. There's an SOS for emergencies. So I love it. And this will just be connected right to the front of my trail pack. All right, Gerber knife. Portable toothbrush, super awesome. I found it at REI. You literally have the head of the toothbrush right here, and then the bottom, if you unscrew this, you squeeze the toothpaste into it. So it's literally just like a little low profile. It's called Tube, T-O-O-B, Tube refillable toothpaste and toothbrush. 550 cord with a carabiner on top. So bear bag. I don't have a Ursac bear bag. Krissy does, and she's gonna let me borrow hers. So it's essentially like a bear canister, but soft. So we'll use those, and then we'll hang bear bags, which is always makes for a fun time to try and hang them. Okay. Ooh, shoes. I'm gonna wear my Ultra Lone Peak 4.5s. I wear trail runners when I hike. Personal preference. Ankle support for some people is important, and really depending on the terrain you're walking on will make a big difference. I love the grip, I love the fit. These are what I run all my distances as. I'm really comfortable with them, so I'm gonna rock these on our trip. Headlamp, Petzl Ico Core, comes with 2 rechargeable batteries, and it also runs off AAA, so that's a nice option. The electronics bag. So we're gonna be out there for 3 days, and I need a portable just charger to charge my Garmin, to charge my phone, all that fun jazz. So literally just all the cords I need are in this bag. I will be wearing my Garmin Fenix 5S. So everyone asked me about my watch, and that is the watch that I wear. So the Garmin Fenix 5S, and yeah, these are just all of my cords. I like keeping things tidy, and I don't like a bunch of shit everywhere, so everything stays in a little hub. The ultimate collapsible mug from Sea to Summit. I love it so much. It's a fun color, and it has measurements inside. So if you're like, I need 6 ounces of water, you can fill this with water and then dump it into whatever you're doing. So I drink my coffee out of this in the morning. and it's great for measurements as well. So that is huge, and it's super low profile, which I like. Speaking of coffee, I just have some instant coffee that I bought from REI. I have electrolytes in here, sunscreen, chapstick, a little bit of raw sugar, any small things I like to keep like in one location. And since this is all scented, this will go in the bear bag that gets hung. So I like to keep everything just kind of in one location. Again, I don't want to be losing things or scrambling for them. So it's all just in a little baggie. Mini medical pouch, always super important. Emergency blanket, because again, super important. You never know what's gonna happen, and this thing could be a lifesaver. So it's like $5, and it's just super low profile, so it's great to just keep in your pack. A book. I am reading Hillary Allen's book, Out and Back. I just got it, and there's nothing better than like reading a book in your tent after like a long day and you're just chilling and it's super quiet. So I always think it's worth bringing a book. Some people bring Kindles. I do not own a Kindle, nor do I want to, because I like reading and touching things. So definitely bringing a book with me. The infamous poop bag. It happens, you need it. So I have a super lightweight trowel, and it's right here. You literally, it's what you dig your cat hole with if you gotta go to number 2. And there's toilet paper in here, wet wipes, extra baggy. Some people will duct tape a bag to put their used toilet paper in. If that makes you more comfortable, that's totally cool. And everything just literally stays in one big Ziploc bag. So it's always in the same location, and you can just kind of secure everything. Food. I always want spaghetti when I'm on trail, and I just know that about myself. So I'm literally having classic spaghetti with meat sauce 2 nights in a row, and I have zero shame. There's tons of different brands out there. I just bought these at REI. We have a whole arsenal of different brands, different kinds. It really just depends on like, what am I gonna eat, or what am I gonna wanna eat when I'm done trail. So these are my favorite, so I'm using them. Yes, they are delicious. And the mother load. Snacks are the reason that I trail run and the reason I backpack, because snacks are the shit and I love them. There are Cliff bars, Kate's Real Good bars, Fig bars, Rice Krispies treats, Honey Stinger, you name it, and it's in here. Then I have a second one too, and this one has oatmeal for breakfast, tuna and chicken packets that I'm gonna wrap in tortillas for lunch, gummy bears, applesauce pouches, jerky. That's pretty much it. Snack game is strong and I'm proud of myself for it. And then stove. So this is the GSI outdoor stove. I'm looking and investing in a collapsible pot just because this does take up a lot of space, but I can put stuff in it if I need to. It literally just opens up. Ugh. Like this. Lighter. I don't have one of the strikers, so you gotta light the stove. This one comes with 2 bowls and 2 foldable sporks, which is cool. I don't use it because I just dump my hot water into my food bag and eat out of that. So it comes with little foldy sporks, and then your stove is just this little guy. It's not an elaborate thing at all. It's a really simple, just stove, and you have these little things that pop out. And then I will not be traveling with fuel, gas. Krissy has it because I can't fly with it, so I'm just gonna use one of hers, and you literally just attach it to the can, and then you light it up and you heat your water up, and then bada bang, bada boom, you're good to go. I'll put this away later. All right, so I think that is most everything. Clothes, so my clothes are in my bag already. Really simple, like one of everything. Definitely bring a couple pairs of socks. I have shorts, I have hiking pants, I have a pair of leggings. I have a really cool like lightweight wind shirt. I have a puff, I have a rain shell. I have a couple of t-shirts. And I think that is it. You pretty much wear the same clothes all 3 days because I don't have a ton of extra room to bring a bunch of clothes, and like that's just how the cookie crumbles. But with at elevation, it's gonna feel a lot cooler. It's gonna get cool at night, so as I'm gonna be layering a lot, I can always just add a bunch of layers on. Oh, I'm bringing my Patagonia puff too. And then I have my beanie, so I should be good to go. All the layers, and yeah, they're pretty much packed up, and I didn't feel like bringing them out here. So I think that's everything. I'm sure I probably forgot something, but this is kind of the most all-encompassing, like, speed dating version of gear, because I could have gone like 10 layers deep into all this, but I just wanted to give you kind of a quick snapshot of what I'm bringing. So hope you enjoyed it, and my peanut butter ball trick worked, because Chance is still, oh, he's moved around. He's still enjoying it. So that is all. Follow the Instagram journey through Desolation Wilderness. I'll be sure to post pictures, and then as always, if you guys got questions, holler at me, let me know, and thanks for watching. Hello, it's me. So I didn't post this video last Thursday or Friday like I said prior, because I was having an issue with uploading. It was too much data on my phone and on my laptop, and it was a mess. And I was like, I will do this later. And I'm kind of glad I did, because we had a couple changes in our plans and a gear update. So as you guys saw, I had this GSI Outdoors pot, and it's for cooking stove. So it's kind of big. We bought it, me and Bryce bought it, my husband, because we're usually splitting gear, and like one person's carrying tent and poles, other person's carrying a stove, and it wasn't a big deal with 2 people, but it was just me, and yes, I can put stuff inside of it, but it takes up a significant amount of space. It's kind of the size of my head. So I've actually been looking for this, which is the Sea to Summit X pot kettle. It is 1.3 liters, and it's collapsible. It's super awesome. I will show you. You literally just pop it out, and you have a sweet little kettle, and you just hold these handles and you dump your hot water. I looked at REI here in Memphis and then the REI in Reno, and neither of them had it. Funny story, I went hiking with my friend Krissy. She literally had this in her gear closet and never used it before. So she sold it to me. It was like 40 bucks, and it's awesome because it's super low profile and it barely takes up any space. So that is an update. This is my new pot kettle, and if I'm doing something with Bryce or 2 people, I'll use this one. Second, we had a slight adjustment with our scheduling because of the Dixie fire and the smoke. So we initially were going to do 2 nights, 3 days, but we only did 1 night in 2 days, which is totally fine. We were monitoring the smoke, and we just called it for safety reasons. So we got dropped off at Eagle Falls, then we hiked down to Dick's Lake and Dick's Pass. That's where we set up camp at Dick's Lake. It was beautiful. We found this really rad campsite with like a bunch of rocks for like a kitchen and places to dry our clothes out. So it was really beautiful. So we did that the first night, and then we went and hiked to Gilmore Lake the second night, dropped our bags, and then we summited Mount Talac, which is like 9,700, 9,800 feet. So that was super cool. For a girl coming at sea level, it was fun to rip up to that altitude. Altitude hits very different. So we decided to call it after that. We went back down to Gilmore Lake, picked our stuff out, and then we used the Gaia app. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. You can literally just see my camera, so that was completely useless. But I'll link it below for you guys. The Gaia app was awesome because we were offline and we didn't have any service. So we actually found a route to Glen Allen Springs, and we got picked up there. So that was kind of our out versus doing our original route, but it was still an awesome trip. I hope this video was helpful for y'all. I'm gonna put links down to like the big items that I had in the description so that you can have easy access to it. And if you have any questions, leave them down below or just shoot me a DM on Instagram.